welcome back to our channel, soap fans. It is a spectacular day to dive deep into the scandalous, secret-filled world of Fairmont Crest. We have so much thrilling drama to unpack today, and trust us, you will want to hear every single detail. Let us get right into it. Where in the world is Lynette Wise? It has been weeks since the notorious scammer vanished from the canvas of Fairmont Crest, and the sheer silence surrounding her disappearance is absolutely deafening. In a town where everyone knows everyone's business, how does a woman just evaporate into thin air without anyone raising a massive red flag? The mystery of Lynette's sudden absence is currently generating some of the most explosive questions among the fandom. Is anyone even looking for her? Does anyone truly care that she is gone? The implications of her vanishing act are sending shockwaves through the underlying plots of the show, specifically tying into the dark and deadly schemes of Randy Parker and his cousin Haley Hamilton. Let us rewind to the very last time we laid eyes on Lynette. The scene was dripping with deception and danger. We saw her sleeping soundly beside Randy Parker, completely vulnerable and unaware of the sinister gears turning in his head. While she was lost in her dreams, Randy coldly and calculatedly stole her phone. That single action was the ultimate red flag. Why did he need her phone? To scrub her digital footprint? To send fake messages to throw people off her scent? Randy is a man who knows how to cover his tracks, and stealing her primary source of communication was step one in erasing Lynette Wise from existence. But what exactly happened when she woke up? Did she ever wake up at all? This brings us to the chilling reality of who Randy Parker truly is. We are talking about Joey Armstrong's premier henchman, a man who is currently being tasked with seducing and manipulating Deanna McBride just to keep her on the job for Joey's twisted games. Randy is no stranger to doing the dirty work. He has operated in the darkest corners of the criminal underworld for years. So, did he actually murder Lynette? The possibility is terrifyingly high. Taking a life might just be another Tuesday for a man like Randy, especially when the stakes involve protecting his family. Leaving Lynette alive would be a massive, unforgivable risk, and Randy is not known for being careless. The motive for silencing Lynette is as clear as day. She was a loose end that threatened to unravel the most diabolical plot currently suffocating Fairmont Crest, Haley Hamilton's master plan to murder her husband, Bill Hamilton. Haley has been secretly slipping her special juice into Bill's drinks, slowly poisoning the high-powered attorney to secure his $10 million life insurance policy. Lynette's mere presence, her knowledge, and her chaotic nature pose a direct threat to this pristine assassination plot. Randy had to eliminate the Lynette problem so Haley could continue her deadly work in peace. By making Lynette disappear, Randy effectively swept their biggest obstacle right under the rug. But here is where the story takes a turn into pure, tragic irony. Bill Hamilton, the very man whose life is currently ticking away second by second, actively ordered his junior partner, Tomas Navarro, to completely drop the investigation into Lynette Wise. Bill was annoyed by the complications and the messy drama that the Lynette situation was dragging into his prestigious law firm. He wanted it gone. He wanted the noise to stop. But by demanding that Tomas cease his digging, Bill inadvertently handed Haley and Randy the greatest gift they could ever ask for. He handed them a shield of invisibility. Bill's arrogant command to stop the investigation is literally sealing his own fate. Look at Bill's current state. He is physically and mentally deteriorating right before our eyes. We have seen his hands trembling violently, a clear and horrifying symptom that Haley's poison is actively destroying his nervous system. Yet, Bill remains completely oblivious, blindingly arrogant as he battles his former employee, Mike Davis, in a brutal lawsuit. Bill sits at negotiation tables with Naomi Hawthorne and Dr. Madison Montgomery, puffing his chest and acting invincible, while the woman sleeping in his bed is actively murdering him. By shutting down Tomas's investigation into Lynette, Bill effectively cut off the only lifeline that could have exposed the web of lies surrounding Haley. This leaves us with the ultimate question regarding Tomas Navarro. Will he actually give up the investigation just because his boss told him to? Tomas is a dedicated, ambitious, and highly intelligent young lawyer. He has a strong moral compass, even if his personal life is currently a total disaster. Can a man like Tomas simply turn a blind eye to a missing person, especially when his gut is screaming that something is terribly wrong? Disobeying Bill's direct orders could cost Tomas his job and his entire career trajectory at the firm. But if Tomas secretly continues to pull at the threads of Lynette's disappearance behind Bill's back, it could be the key to saving Bill's life. However, we must acknowledge the immense emotional distractions currently plaguing Tomas. The man just orchestrated a massive surprise welcome home party for Catherine Cat Richardson at the Dupree mansion, which culminated in him dropping to one knee and proposing to her in front of her entire family. Cat looked absolutely horrified and ambushed by the public spectacle. If Cat rejects him, which seems highly likely given her current trauma and their rushed relationship, Tomas is going to be a broken man. Will a shattered heart cause him to completely abandon his work, or will he throw himself desperately into the Lynette investigation as a distraction from his romantic humiliation? We are praying he chooses the latter. Investigating Lynette is going to be a monumental nightmare, even for a brilliant legal mind like Tomas. Why? Because Lynette Wise is a professional scammer. She is a grifter who thrives in the shadows. People like Lynette do not leave standard paper trails. Her official records are likely fake, scrubbed, or buried under layers of aliases. This is exactly why she was the perfect victim for Randy and Haley. When a known con artist disappears, the authorities usually assume they simply skipped town to escape debts or the law. Who is going to launch a massive manhunt for a woman who makes a living by deceiving people? Randy knew this, and he used her shady background as the ultimate cover for his crime. This is exactly why Tomas cannot solve this mystery alone. He needs a partner who understands how to navigate the murky, undocumented waters of the criminal underworld. Enter Bradley Smitty Smith. We already know that Tomas and Smitty have crossed paths, and fans are practically begging the writers to give us more scenes between these two. Smitty is an elite investigative journalist. He is currently sitting on an explosive, unreleased article about the plasma ring. He knows how to dig up dirt that the police and the lawyers cannot find. Smitty has the underground contacts, the journalistic instincts, and the relentless drive to uncover the truth. If Tomas and Smitty form a secret alliance, they could become the ultimate detective duo of Fairmont Crest. Tomas has the legal resources and the initial context of Lynette's connection to the firm, while Smitty has the street smarts to track down a ghost. Smitty could easily start looking into Randy Parker's movements, connecting the henchman to Joey Armstrong, and eventually tracing the bloody breadcrumbs right back to Haley Hamilton. An investigation driven by Smitty's journalistic prowess is the absolute worst-case scenario for Randy and Haley, and it is exactly the kind of high-stakes drama we are dying to see unfold on our screens. But let us pivot to the most tantalizing theory of all, a theory based on the golden rule of soap operas. If there is no body, there is no death. What if Randy Parker did not actually kill Lynette Wise? What if, despite his ruthless nature, he decided to keep her alive? Perhaps he is holding her captive in some remote, undisclosed location. Or, even more thrilling, what if Lynette managed to outsmart him, escaped his clutches, and is currently hiding in the shadows, biding her time? Lynette is a survivor. She knows how to manipulate situations to her advantage. The idea of her being dead feels almost too easy, too neat, for a show that thrives on chaotic twists. Imagine the sheer, unadulterated drama if Lynette is alive and plotting her grand return. Picture this. Haley finally succeeds. Bill Hamilton takes his last breath, the poison finally stopping his heart. Haley plays the grieving widow to perfection, wiping away fake tears as she prepares to cash that $10 million life insurance check. She and Randy are popping champagne in secret, believing they have committed the perfect crime. And then the door swings open. In walks Lynette Wise, back from the dead, armed with every single dirty secret they tried to bury. The blackmail material she would possess would be astronomical. She could demand half the money, or she could burn Haley's entire life to the ground just for the fun of it. A vengeful, returning Lynette would inject a level of adrenaline into the storyline that would leave viewers completely breathless. She would be the ultimate wild card, the one variable that Haley and Randy could never control. We are desperately holding on to the hope that Lynette is out there, watching, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Her return would not just threaten Haley's wealth, it would threaten her freedom, her reputation, and her very life. The collision course between a returned Lynette and a desperate Haley would be television gold, full of screaming matches, physical altercations, and jaw-dropping betrayals. Until that happens, the clock is relentlessly ticking. Bill Hamilton is running out of time. Every sip he takes brings him closer to the grave, and he is completely blind to the monster living in his home. Will Tomas Navarro shake off his romantic despair and realize that his boss is being murdered? Will Smitty uncover the dark truth about Randy Parker before it is too late? Or will Haley Hamilton actually get away with the most cold-blooded murder in the history of Fairmont Crest? The secrets are bubbling right at the surface, and it feels like the entire town is sitting on a powder keg just waiting for a match. Who will be the one to finally light it?